3 kids are going to be here and they're going to be like, Mommy. And I'm going to be like, nope. She's in Michigan.
She's on Michigan time.
I'm the soulless body.
Yeah. Well, you poor thing. That is definitely a tight turnaround.
Really? Like, how do people do that? Like, successful people, how do they do that? Because I'm not built for that life. I don't even know if this is set up right.
Well, I hear ya. I have audio. We've gone live to both pages. I'm going to just double check and make sure that is
Okay.
accurate, but I believe it to be. And then we'll just go ahead and get started. I do have some topics too.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, we're live.
Sweet.
We are. It is happening.
I don't even care that my arms are showing.
You look good. All right. Still got them eyelashes on, looking like a dime piece.
Yes, let's tell everyone what happened once we start.
All right. Welcome to Take It or Leave It, an advice-ish podcast hosted by myself, Meredith Masony.
And I'm Tiffany Jenkins. I'm being forced against my will to participate in life right now. It's advice-ish podcast for parents. I forget what I'm supposed to say.
It doesn't even matter at this point. Poor Tiffany has been on over 24-hour, 36 at this point. Look at her eyelash. You guys can't see this. You can't appreciate this because you're not witnessing this if you're listening. But this bitch's eyelashes.
They're hanging on for dear life, dude.
They look like you flew outside the plane on your way back from Michigan. You flew outside the plane with them lashes.
I flew us all home with my eyelashes.
Oh my God.
I had a speaking engagement, and for some reason, it was like less than 24 hours from the time I woke up at my house to the time I arrived back at my house. And in between there, I rode 7 planes and talked to people and put eyelashes on. And I don't know what year it is. And then Merritt, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I just remembered I'm going to be out of town for the podcast. Let's do it when I get back. And then I wasn't expecting her to be like, okay. But she's like, okay, 4 p.m. And I'm like, sure. But I'm going to be really tired. And she's like, cool, see you there. And then I came in today. My mother-in-law's picking up the kids from school. And I was like, I have a couple of hours before they get here. And I fell asleep on my couch fully dressed with a backpack on my back. And then Meredith somehow bypassed the do not disturb. I don't know how you did that.
I just called.
I have it on do not disturb. And I don't know how you got through. Did you call twice?
I must have, yeah.
And why is your name Delicious on here?
I don't know. Dave did that before he left. He's stupid.
Happening. Anyway, here we are. So
yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, guys.
Listen, it's okay. It's fine. I didn't mean to force you into this.
You did. But that's okay because we're here. Somebody's talking about my background.
They just asked why it was blurred, but
I'm gonna unblur it and you're gonna see. Okay, you're just gonna see it.
What? A red chair?
There. That's what's behind me.
Yeah, looks nice.
Thanks.
I have so much shit all over my office. It's disgusting in here, but I don't care. I've given up on a lot of things.
Same.
So anyway, that's where we're at. But yeah. So since we spoke last. I've had a full mental nervous breakdown.
Oh God. What kind?
I think I was in denial about this new season of life I'm entering.
Menopause? What we're talking about.
No, I'm not in denial about that.
Oh, okay. What are we talking about?
I think just about where I am with the kids and Matthias and it being a senior year. I didn't think it was going to affect me like this. I didn't realize that I was going to be just completely pummeled with emotions nonstop. And so all I do is cry in different locations.
Really?
Grocery store, car, folding laundry. I find myself going into the closet and pulling out baby pictures. It's just unbelievable. And then I think I was just hit with all of this guilt with the tour and not being here and just being gone all the time and then we got the emails about the senior calendar, which we hadn't gotten yet. And it gives you all these dates of every single senior thing. And I was going to miss every single senior thing. And so I was like, how can I do this? How can I miss every senior event by being on tour? I can't do that. What's wrong with me? What type of person am I? What type of mother am I? And so I canceled the tour. I canceled every remaining date. I said, I'm not leaving my house until I'm in a better mental space, and I haven't been a shit mother. And I felt really, really terrible about it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't leave again.
Wow.
So that's what happened last week.
I'm so proud of you, dude. And I saw the feedback. So I know that by now you know that you made the right decision. I mean, I think you knew in your heart that it was the right decision, but like has it been validating at least to see that people aren't mad at you, that they get it? And
No,
100%.
I mean, nobody was mad. I haven't gotten one email from a person that was like, I can't believe you did this. Every email has been so amazing. The comments were so amazing. Everything that people are saying on the lives as they're jumping in, they totally understand. But it was like this perfect storm of shit that happened, because right when I was struggling with all of this, the day I got the senior email program thing where you're like, sign up for this, add us on this app, do this, do that, because they have to, like, there's so many different things that happen that senior year. Like, you're getting cap and gown announcements already and senior pictures and this and that. And literally, I shit you not, when I got that email and I started to, and I had already been crying for the past couple of weeks because the denial was wearing off and I was starting to see all these things happening. And I got an email from a woman who, the title of the email was, "You're the most toxic mother I've ever seen on the planet." And so, could you just shut that for me, please? Thank you. So, right at that moment in time where I was going through all of this and thinking about all these things, I got this email from a woman and it said, "You're the most toxic." I'll read it.
Include her name
No,
when you read
I'm
it
not going to do that.
and her home address.
But I will.
I'll throw hands.
Toxic. It's like a Britney Spears song.
Who? All right. Let me just listen before I start snapping.
Okay. "I've never taken the time to email somebody because let people be themselves, ... Your business is none of my business, but you know what? You are the worst kind of toxic mother ever. You embarrass and humiliate your kids on a daily basis to make a buck, and you don't think your kids don't fucking hate your guts. You wonder why your kitchen's trashed every night, because they don't respect you, because you don't respect them. You should never have become a mother, and your kids aren't a pond." I think she meant pawn, "to make $1. The repercussions," which she spelt wrong, "of this for you are going to be horrendous, because they are going to do nothing but fucking hate you for the rest of their lives. You are pathetic. You are horrible. You should have never been able to become a mom." So this was the email that I got when I was like down in the, in this like whatever.
Did you write it back?
Nope. I read the email, and at that point I had already decided that I was going to cancel the tour. But then you go through this whole thing of like, well, am I toxic? And I only stayed there for 0.2 seconds because I was like, I'm not fucking toxic. This bitch who sent me this email is toxic because she had no business to do that. However, she has her opinion. I didn't write back because I'm not going to play into it. I know the reason why I do the things that I do. I know the reason why I parent the way that I parent. And I'm a good mom. I'm a very good mom. So I didn't actually spend much time thinking about this douche canoe.
Yeah.
But it was at that moment where it could have gone very dark for me if I had let it go to that spot, but I
100%.
knew that I knew what I had to do, and I made my choice. And it was a tough couple of days too, because Dave told me not to tour. He told me, he was like, you're gonna regret starting this because there's so much coming up. And I was like, I can handle it. I can do everything. I can't do everything. I was
Mm.
silly. And Dave was right. And so that's where
Well,
we're at.
you did. I mean, it's not that he was right. You said, I can do this. And you created from scratch a tour, and you
Yeah.
defied all the odds stacked against you and all the people saying you couldn't. And I think that that's pretty impressive. And then if you wanted to keep going, you could have. You
Right.
really
But
could have. You just would have had to sacrifice some other things. So you then made the decision to do the right thing.
yeah, it wasn't the right time. And I think because a lot of times I'm just too pushy with things, I got into this spot where I felt like I could, if I just pushed it, I'd be able to do it. And I couldn't do it. And um, so that's where we're at. But I'm very happy that I decided to stay home. I already went with Matthias for his first senior thing. Um, Waiting impatiently to get his senior pictures back, which I'm excited to see. Cap and gown already is Tuesday, where they send out information for cap and gown and all of those things. So things are coming in hot and quick and like a big friggin' dumpster fire, but it's going to be great. And I am going to actually slow down
Mm.
and enjoy every event and every moment that I can this year.
I'm
So,
so proud of you, dude. Do you
thank you.
remember when we toured last time and you
Yeah.
were like devastated about missing something? And then suddenly I realized that my kid was graduating VPK or kindergarten or something.
Yeah.
And I started crying and having all those moments of like, what the hell am I doing? And like yesterday, I missed their first day of school because I was at a speaking engagement. And it's like shit you can't get back. And so I think in your case, like 100%, 100% you did the right thing. And I think that's wonderful. And I still, either on this live or after, would like to know this hoe's name just for personal reasons. I just want to ask her something.
Mm,
Do you know one time a lady sent me a hate email and included her phone number and I prank called her?
no.
I did. And it was really embarrassing because I was trying to be so cool and I did it in front of my friends. And then she threatened to call the police. And so I just hung up and looked really stupid. But why would you put your phone number?
I don't know. I don't know. What I don't understand is why anybody takes that extra step to send you an email saying they hate you. I just don't get it. Like believe me, I reply to every email that I get. I do. I go in and I reply when people take the time to reach out to me because they want to talk to me about something, or I reply to those emails.
That's
But if
amazing.
but if you if you have the balls to tell me that I'm such a piece of shit, like I just don't understand that. Like I've never taken the time to be like, I just want you to know how much I hate you. Like I've
Yeah.
never I wouldn't want to do that. I just don't understand the why behind that.
Just because I'm curious, you don't have to answer this. Sometimes when people send me messages like that, I have to go stalk them and find out like what's up with them that they would be so mean. For some reason in my head, I have to make it make sense. So I'll try to find like their profile and see like, are they lonely? Do they have friends? Like, what is the deal in order for me to be able to sleep again and not believe that? Because I have this thing where I believe everything everybody says about me. And so if somebody sends me an email like that, I believe it. And I think I've got everybody else fooled. And this one person knows the truth and can see through my bullshit. And so did you happen to like look them up and see like what their fucking deal is?
No, because I honestly
Oh,
didn't
my
I mean,
children are home.
Oh no.
Give me a moment because I haven't
Yes.
seen them. So they might. Oh my God. They forget the door code every time. It's the same since. Sorry. Ew, don't look at my foot, Meredith.
Nope. Nobody was looking at your feet.
Hello, son. How are you, my love? Good. I'm recording the podcast. I'm so excited to see you. No. You don't have to leave. I'm just saying, like, if you were wondering, this isn't an intervention. Okay, Bubby. Where's everybody else? Are they coming? He's got to go to the bathroom.
Why did you tell him this wasn't an intervention?
Well, because he walked in and I'm like, I'm doing the podcast. I didn't want him to think like, hi. Oh, don't. Just say it. I'm recording the podcast. Hi. Okay. Well, what is going on? Do I need to mute? Can you give me 1 second?
Yes.
That she didn't say a cuss word. If that's what you guys thought, she did not say I've been going through hell for the past hour and a half because she's too young to cuss. So hold on 1 second.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So anyway, we'll wait for Tiff as she comes back. Phil, don't worry, we're going to be able to edit all of this out. But yeah, it's I just don't understand why people want to spread the hate. Like, I don't understand the spreading of the hate, like why that makes you feel better that you made somebody else's day worse. I just don't understand that. But I don't know that we'll ever understand that. But I do think that it goes back to that old adage of hurt people hurt people. So they want to, they want to push that pain to other places. So I guess it makes them feel better to know that others are hurting. But I don't, I don't think that that's the best way to cope or deal. But then again, it is what it is. And it does make me sad. It makes me sad that people want to hurt others. Because really the whole goal and why I share our lives and our journey and what we're doing is because I want to feel that relation to other people, other moms and women and wives across the planet, and maybe other planets. If the aliens are watching, who knows? Maybe the mother aliens are watching.
My mother-in-law and children are here. Hold on 1 second. Apparently, since what is going on? Who's she saying no, I'm not to? Oh, I'll get the truth.
Uh-oh, there must have been a fight.
Terry, you don't have to stay. You probably need a break. So don't feel obligated.
You okay?
No, I'm so annoyed. Every time all 3 kids go with their grandma, they're the minute they walk in the door,
They're fighting.
drama ensues, and I have to hear all about it. And it can never just be.
Well, they're always good separately, and then you throw them together, and there's
exactly. And for some reason, when you get Chloe and Aubrey together,
okay,
it's just a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, that sounds about normal. That sounds about right.
And Every single time Aubrey walks in, she gives me a look like she wants to tell me something but doesn't want to complain. And then Chloe comes in screaming, I didn't do anything. And then Grandma comes in like, like she wants to tell me something. And I'm like, and so for years I've been fighting like to not have all three of them together at the same time. But Drew's always been desperate to just have kid-free time, regardless of how it affects other people. And so it's a very sensitive subject for me because I always argue every time, don't take all three. But
Yeah.
we didn't have a choice because we're both out of town. And she's the only person who watches the kids.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful.
It's too much, though. It is too much. I mean, with the same thing, like when my parents come into town, which isn't frequent, but when they do come the couple of times a year, even on those occasions, I don't send all three kids with them. And mine are much older. I'm always like, nope, you can take Brian and then we'll meet you there with Sophia and Matthias later. Or you can go with Sophia and we'll meet you like we always separate them because they still fight like cats and dogs.
Yeah. And it's so crazy to me because it's like, it never happens when I'm around. And I think they take advantage of their grandma. And it's like, I don't know why, Aubrey's 13, Chloe's 7, like just they get on each other's nerves. And it's like, just stop arguing with each other. Like just ignore. And it's impossible.
No, they can't because they're siblings. They can't. So is there anything you wanted to talk about or do you want to go through these? I don't know if this is fun or super dorky. It's probably super dorky. But
she's still here. My mother-in-law's still here. I don't know what's going on. Just I had to say it.
Okay.
I love her. I just feel like a really shitty mom.
You're not.
I'm like, I'm so sorry the family's falling apart. Anyway, let's talk about aliens.
Actually, we were going to talk about old wives' tales.
Okay.
So somebody was talking, I don't even remember the conversation I was having, but they like spit out this old wives' tale. And I was like, is that even true? Like, are these true or not true or whatever? So I actually looked up
Excuse me. Chloe, is there any way you could turn that down just a smidge? Bill collector's calling. This is too much. Jesus. Take the wheel. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Could you imagine if there was a day where we did the podcast and like the sky wasn't falling and shit wasn't happening and we showed up on time and there were no issues with the recording?
No.
That'd be the last one we ever did, I think.
Hold on one second. Where's Bob at? Where are you at? Okay, are you good? I was going to say if you needed to escape, you could go in my room if you wanted. No, you're allowed in there. There's just, I haven't been here, so the laundry is still there. But you're welcome to go in your room. I'm just saying if you were trying to avoid what?
Is she giving you some teenage angst?
Did you talk to your mom? Two more minutes. Yeah. Did you tell her what you were going to do? Okay, because she's waiting to make an appointment for tomorrow, honey. So you got to let her know. Yeah, it's Amy, our neighbor, is going to do your hair and makeup. So if you're going, she's got to be there at 11:30 tomorrow. But if you're not going, then she's got to be there at noon. So she's just. So whenever you get a chance, if you could write her back. It's up to you. The party is going to be like an outside thing. So you're going to be sweaty and wet. And then she said you could go to Nana's and she could do your hair and stuff there. If you want your hair and makeup professionally done for the pictures and miss the party, then like it's 100% up to you, whatever you want to do. It's just not going to be possible to do both, unfortunately. Okay. I'm sorry, Meredith.
It's okay.
I'm ready. Old wives' tales.
Old wives' tales. So, is it true that eating chicken soup when you're sick?
Maybe don't yell in the microphone. Read the room, Barb.
It's okay. Serenity now. Chicken soup, when you have a cold, is actually proven to alleviate cold symptoms by reducing inflammation and providing hydration. Oatmeal and oatmeal baths are actually used for skin irritation. You can put garlic on an open wound by turning it into a pulp, and it has antimicrobial properties that actually prevent infection.
Wait, are these true or are they not true?
They're all true.
Okay.
You can use cloves when you have a toothache because it can actually stop the gum pain, which I never
That's
knew.
great to freaking know. I need
Cloves. Cloves. And I like the way cloves smell. Honey does actually help a sore throat. Also has antibacterial properties. That's why you should always drink honey in your tea when you have a cold. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. False.
Oh, thank God.
Does not. It usually is the release of a gas bubble in a joint.
Can I tell you what it does do, though?
What?
So, something people may not know about me, I have OCD. And one of my things that I have to do is I have to crack my toe knuckle. And because of years of doing this on just one foot, my 2 feet look completely different. And the knuckle on my one toe is deformed. I'm serious. So if it's not arthritis, something bad is happening.
But your feet aren't supposed to be identical.
No. I'm so close to showing everybody what I'm
Just
talking
the one
about.
toe knuckle, you mean?
Just the one toe knuckle. I go I'm not going to show you, but I go like this. You can hear it.
Ew!
And it looks, that knuckle is deformed. And I have to, if I'm wearing shoes and I get an urge to do it, I have to take my shoe off and do it. If I'm driving, if I'm not just right now talking about it, I have to do it. So because of it, I can't wear sandals because I'm so self-conscious. Don't fake throw up, armpit bump lady. I swear to God, don't you dare.
You want to compare toe knuckles to armpit lumps?
Listen, everybody, we don't everybody doesn't have to be attack Barb. I snapped because I'm in a mood. I love you all so much for defending my honor. I really feel like I turned and didn't yell in the microphone. If I did yell in the microphone, I apologize, but not really. Anyway, so when you crack your toe, something bad happens.
Yeah, I'm sure something must happen, but
my feet are hideous. I can't even show people, or I'd show you, but it's like this. It's like deformed. It is. Tell me about it. You have the most perfect feet in the world. I want to punch your face.
I don't.
Meredith,
I don't.
Your teeth, what are we talking about? Feet are perfect.
Okay.
And adorable.
I have big feet.
No. Okay. I wear a size 11, you son of a bitch. Don't talk to me about big feet.
Okay. Moving on.
Kick you in the dick.
Okay. I don't have one of those. Swallowed gum in your stomach
makes your poop bounce across the bathroom.
No. Oh. It passes through your digestive system in a few days. So that's an old wives' tale when they tell you that it's for years. It's not. It doesn't stay for long.
I didn't know that. I thought for real.
Yeah, no. Eating carrots improves your night vision because of the vitamin A in it. Not true. Doesn't help you at all.
I didn't hear. I never heard that you get night vision if you eat carrots, but I heard that it is good for your eyes.
I mean, it has vitamin A, but it doesn't make you see any better at night.
Oh, I never even heard that.
Shaving makes hair grow back thicker.
That's true.
It's not. Shaving does not change thickness or rate of hair growth.
Really?
That's what it says.
Don't tell that to my mustache.
Reading in dim light ruins your eyesight. Not true. Sitting too close to the TV, also not going to hurt your eyes, apparently.
I don't know. I disagree.
It says it's not
What's the source of this article?
the interwebs.
Yeah, what's the website?
I don't know.
So we're just going to take it as fact, and
Yeah.
we're going to
You
start putting.
also don't have to wait an hour after eating before swimming. No need.
Oh
Like
no,
yes,
I knew that. That's something you tell your kids because you're too lazy to go out to the pool and watch them. You just want
I
to
thought
chill.
it was true. Cold weather causes colds. It doesn't.
What about cold weather and wet hair?
I don't know about that one. Maybe because it lowers your body temperature. I don't know. Standing near a microwave will make you infertile. Not true.
Oh, I never heard infertile, but I did hear bad stuff happens.
Don't use a cell phone during a thunderstorm. Some people say that using a cell phone during a thunderstorm or while charging can lead to electrocution or attracting lightning. Not true.
I've never heard that.
Unplugging, this is one thing that I've always done. Unplugging appliances when not in use to prevent an energy surge.
I've done that when I leave town.
Using a hairdryer in the bathtub will electrocute you. Why?
Oh wait, is it true or not? The energy surge.
Oh, modern devices are designed to minimize standby power usage. So I don't know. It minimizes. I don't know.
So it's false.
I guess.
Okay.
Why are people using a hair dryer in a bathtub?
No, I could tell you why.
Well, I know for that reason, but I'm saying why, like, so
what does it say?
So it says using a hair dryer in the bathtub will electrocute you.
Yeah.
This tale warns against using electric appliances like hair dryers near a water source. While it's true that mixing water with electricity is dangerous and can lead to a shock, modern electrical safety standards and devices are designed to prevent that action. So actually, if you were to try and do this, which nobody should ever try and do this, or if there was an accidental situation where this happened, the second the hairdryer hits the water, it should short out, leading you to not be electrocuted.
But let's not test it.
No, I don't think you should ever. Just like putting a fork in a toaster. There's another one. People are like, don't put it, because don't you remember, like, I did this once. I stuck a knife into a toaster to try to get the piece of toast out. Like, that's something that happens, right?
You will get electrocuted.
Yes. It's a well-founded belief inserting metal objects like forks into a toaster will lead to an electric shock. So that is not a wives' tale. You really shouldn't do that. Not good. It's not good. It's not good. But you know what? I didn't get the answer to, and I meant to go and Google that one, but I didn't. I forgot to do it. Do you remember the old wives' tale about how you shouldn't shower if you
During
have a thunderstorm? Yeah,
I need to know the answer.
I'm going to Google it right now.
Yeah,
I need to know. That was one of that I wanted.
Yeah, I use that as an excuse. I'm like, well, I was going to shower, but it's sprinkling outside. Better to be safe than sorry. You know, I used to turn the toaster on its side and put butter on my bagel slices and then put the bagels in the toaster.
Guess what, guys? Lightning can travel through plumbing. It is best to avoid all water during a thunderstorm. Do not shower, bathe, wash dishes. Risk of lightning traveling through the plumbing might be less with plastic pipes than with metal pipes.
I'm so curious if anybody's been electrocuted while showering.
I just always remember that as a kid. My mom would be like, don't take a shower right now. It's thundering outside. And I'm like, what?
And it's true, huh?
But I just never, I to this day.
I'd be so pissed.
Somebody said pissing on an electric fence will kill you, FYI.
Through the ween.
Through the ween.
That would suck so bad, dude. What a way to go.
Oh, man.
That's wild. So they're myths.
Yeah. So this one is not, though. The lightning and the showering is not a myth.
Is anybody else really scared of snakes traveling up through the plumbing of the toilet?
That's true. That happens. That's not an old wives' tale. I check the toilet every time I lift the seat. I'm looking for a snake.
Exactly. How ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's true.
What a rare occurrence, but it's so prevalent in so many of our minds. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens once in a blue moon, but still we all check every time.
I do. I'm always like, and then just like, whew, no snake.
And then I'm always like, what if it comes up while I'm going?
Okay.
You check before, but then that's why you got to give it a good pre-flush.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. Yeah.
With razors in there.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
No.
With snake killer.
I am so scared of the ocean, dude.
Mm.
This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just started thinking about like alligators and stuff. And I've always been petrified of the ocean. Like I'll cry if I have to go in the ocean, but it's getting worse. Like I feel like the ocean's really pissed at us.
Yeah. There have been so many shark attacks and alligator attacks lately.
Yeah.
It
Crazy
does feel that way.
whirlpools.
The what?
Whirlpools.
You mean like the...
I forgot my mother-in-law was here. She's probably doing recon.
About what? I was trying to find this story that just came through about a alligator that climbed over a fence to get in somebody's backyard to eat their cat.
You know what's, I don't know if it's because I live in Florida, but I'm not like super afraid of alligators. I'm scared of my kids around alligators.
Well,
like
yeah.
I don't let them go to the pond in the neighborhood by themselves or whatever. But
No.
like I feel like if it came to a hand-to-hand combat between me and an alligator, I really feel like I would stand a chance of winning.
Really?
I do. I don't know why, but I feel like I pictured in my head doing the alligator death roll with the alligator so many times that I feel like I would just spring into action if it ever came down to it. And I always have these not fantasies, whatever you call the opposite of like a happy fantasy.
A
like
nightmare?
A day nightmare. A daymare.
A daymare.
Daymare. Anyway, and it's like if my kids get attacked by alligators. So I'll play it out in my head. Like, what would I do if my kids got attacked by an alligator? Well, I heard that if you put them upside down, they fall asleep. So I would first like start punching them in their open eyes.
Mm.
And then I would try to stab them in the eye. And then I would try to flip them upside down. And then I would hold on to whatever limb. You know what? This is dark. I apologize. You guys don't need to know about what goes on in my brain. I just feel like I could take a gator is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that people who aren't familiar with the South in the sense of like they don't live here, they didn't grow up here, they're not used to seeing these dinosaurs that walk amongst us.
Right.
But we are because we've lived here and it's just part of cohabitating with them, which is why I think I have such a great respect for the water. And like the springs are in the middle of the state. So for those of you who don't know, in Florida, we have freshwater springs that run through the middle of our state. And here's an old wives' tale about that. People are like, the alligators don't swim in the springs because the water is 70 degrees. It's false. They do live in the springs. A guy just got bit at the springs like a week and a half ago by a 7-foot alligator. But they claim because the water is 70 degrees, they don't swim there. No, there's actually signs, there's everything. So my Matthias was like, I'm going to go to the springs this weekend. I'm like, no, you're not. He's like, well, I won't swim. And I was like, no, you won't swim. I was like, if you're going to go to the springs, because his friend is going on their boat or whatever. I was like, you don't ever get in the water. It's that simple. Because the rule is alligators live here. That's their house. And it's on you if you get in and one of them eats you. Not the alligator's fault.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get to a place where I feel like I'm going to let my kids do things. Ever.
Well, that happens, but no, I don't think it's smart in Florida to swim in any type of lake or spring. And I know people do it.
I used to get so wasted. My mother-in-law's here. I love you, Terry. If you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I used to get so wasted and just jump into rivers with boys to be cool. And I'm really lucky to be alive.
Yeah,
You could not pay me $1 million to stick my big toe. Maybe my wonky toe knuckle. I'll stick that in the lake.
Just that one?
I wouldn't mind if that one got taken. The alligators would be like, oh, never mind. What the hell's that? And swim the other way.
This tastes funny. It's very knuckly.
That'll scare them.
All of a sudden, some dead alligators floating by with a toe knuckle hanging out its mouth. Worst last meal ever. Oh my God.
This is so unattractive. I'm not kidding though. I think about that. Like going forward, like when if I ever start dating again, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with someone about my toes. I dread it. It keeps me up at night. Like it's gonna be a deal breaker for somebody.
That's your concern? Is
Yeah.
like, I need you to sit down. I have to tell you about something.
Yes, I'm not joking.
I have a wonky second toe.
Listen, Drew's so used to my hideous feet that like it was comfortable. He comes over, I just don't care. But like anytime anybody else comes over, I wear socks in my own home. I'm terrified of having this conversation with somebody. They're going to be like, she checks all the boxes, dude. But we went to the beach and I caught a glimpse of her eagle talons. And I just can't.
I've seen your feet. I
No.
don't understand what you're saying because I have seen
I'll just show you
naked feet and it's
They're
not bad.
alien feet. One foot looks like it belongs to an alien. They're two different sizes. One's an 11, one's a 10. I'm just saying, it keeps me up at night. I think I need to talk about it in therapy. No, I never wear open-toed shoes.
No,
Nope.
you don't. But I mean, I've seen your feet just because we hotel together.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I hate it. I'm so self-conscious. And I've always been self-conscious, but it's gotten so much worse once I correlated my mental illness to like the physical like manifestation of it. Now I'm just so pissed at my foot because I can't stop. I just did it.
What about toe reduction surgery?
Oh my, I've Googled it.
Is it a thing?
They have it. Yeah, but then I'm worried I'll be off center.
Oh, you'll just be walking around.
Yeah, because everything else is going to be so big and then I'll just have little nubs.
Oh, wait, you want to reduce all the toes?
All of them. Yeah, you can't
Lord.
just do one, dude.
I thought you were just going to reduce the one.
No, we got to do all of them.
Oh my gosh, that's too much.
Yeah, and every time I see somebody with pretty feet, I'm like, fuck you. You don't even know how good you have it, bitch.
Oh my gosh.
I instantly hate them. You're one of them.
Okay.
No flip-flops in Florida, Linda. Crocs. I'm always like, haha, Crocs are so trendy. They're all I wear. But really, it's because I have hideous wildebeest feet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody that truly is meant for you would ever be like, that bitch had it all. Then she took off that Croc.
I swear, I'm not even trying to be funny. It keeps me up at night.
Nobody would. There's no sane person who would actually
feet are a big deal to people. People have foot fetishes.
Well, don't date somebody with a foot fetish.
How do you know? How do you know?
That's weird.
They just won't date you. Like it's not even an option.
That's weird.
What's weird? Can you ask that on a first date?
Do you have a foot fetish?
Yeah, like let's just not waste each other's time. I'm going to be real with you. If you're into cute feet, I'm not the one for you. If you're into caveman feet, I'm your girl.
We should do an episode where we just write up your list for when you start dating, and it's like your questionnaire for the guy. Your questionnaire. Like
okay, you said it like a mouse-catool.
Oh, sorry. It is a mouse. It's a great mouse-catool. Great mouse-catool. And we'll just be like, okay, are you into feet? Are you into big feet with toe knuckles?
Yeah.
Is that your jam?
Exceptionally long.
Yeah. And then we'll just write out other things like, how do you feel about
CPAPs?
Yeah.
Is that a turnoff in the bedroom that somebody has to use a machine to keep them alive at night?
We definitely have to do this. We definitely have to have a full episode where we're just writing it up, and you have like a Scantron where they have to fill it out. And
okay. And then do we go find them, or is this just for fun?
I'm just saying, like, oh, you know what would be fun? You should go speed dating.
No.
Yeah, like at some point.
It'd have to be 3 seconds because I can't do small talk. No, I would never. But I was joking with the guys about doing like a bachelorette documentary, like me being the bachelorette. But it would be the worst. It would be the worst because I wouldn't. I'd be like, I see that you guys are like competing for my love, and I'm just gonna be honest. Like, it's not worth it. Like, you don't have to be competitive because I'm not that big of a catch. And you can all, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So if you want, we can all just get married because I'm not going to eliminate anybody because I feel bad. The nurses are staring.
Except you're a
Oh,
you're a huge catch.
I have a lot of healing to do before I feel that.
Well, I think.
Okay, no, that took you way too long. You're trying to convince yourself.
I wasn't. You don't even know what I was.
You're like, you're a huge catch, and I'm like, I don't know. I have a lot of healing. You're like,
You didn't know what I was getting ready to say.
Think for sure.
You didn't know what I was going to say.
Okay.
What I was going to say was, I think you're smart for taking your time because you should be healing before you go out into the world dating.
For sure.
I am a proponent of that train of thought because I do think that you're probably scared, and I think you have every right to be scared because it's been years since you've dated and the world has changed. So I think you should take your time was what I was going to say. But you being a huge catch is.
You said huge catch, and I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean,
I'm like a medium sized. I'm not like huge. It's not like reeling in a grouper. Like I'm a catch. I don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you need a shark fishing pole to reel me in because I'm so huge. Stop calling me fat, Meredith.
Okay. You've really gone down a spiral here.
Listen, you know what I was thinking in the airport today? I feel like if I were to become strictly dating women, I'd be much more confident. Like, I feel like I pull off lesbian much better than I pull off a girl, being a girl for men.
Oh.
And I don't know if this makes sense, but I was walking through the airport. My hands were in my pockets. And I was like, I bet you I look like a hot girl to girls. But men are like, look at that lady with linebacker shoulders. She's hideous. But I bet you some girls are like, dang, I'll climb her like a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'd be very hot in the gay world.
Okay.
And I'm just not cut out for the other one.
Well,
oh my God, it's the police.
Okay.
Why is this school calling? What'd you do? I'm just kidding. Chloe's the only one who's nothing.
I also support that.
Thanks. We'll see how it goes.
I think you should explore whatever you want.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm team that. Whatever that looks like, and I want every detail on that.
You're so supportive. I appreciate that.
I want to hear all about it. Is all I'm saying.
I will. Maybe we do like a Tila Tequila thing. She had guys and girls on her show. I have a whole ass mother-in-law of my ex sitting in my living room. Do I even call her that anymore? And I'm talking about. What do you call her?
No, ex-mother-in-law.
My kid's grandma.
Yeah. But she is your ex-mother-in-law because he's your ex-husband.
Yeah, hold on. Are you leaving? Are you okay? Mentally? Okay. Is there anything I can mute this? Is there anything you want to tell me before you go?
No, we'll tell you.
Okay.
I think because her dad didn't give me her medicine, and I don't know if that makes it.
She hasn't taken her medicine?
And I don't know because.
It's not in her backpack?
She told me it wasn't. I didn't look.
Okay. It absolutely does make it worse.
That's what it is.
But also, the three of them together is always.
And it was okay. It just was. I didn't realize when she took in the started as soon as she got into college, so I didn't know what was. And then I thought, well, she didn't have her medicine. So
Yeah.
that was part of it.
Okay.
Her and all their like
I know.
fire and oil.
Fire and oil.
And I don't know
Oil and water.
Mhm.
Fire and gasoline.
Yeah, they just,
I don't know why either. I don't know if it's like a weird girl jealousy thing.
I think it is.
But I was talking to Meredith. She's like, it doesn't matter. Kids are always, regardless of the age gap, regardless of whatever, they're gonna fight. That's why she was talking about how when she sends her kids to her parents, she never sends all three because of this. So, but I really appreciate you being there
That's okay.
to help us for this.
You're welcome anytime.
All right. Bye, Terry. Apparently, Drew didn't send Chloe's medicine.
Oh no.
So she hasn't had her effing medicine for days.
Do you have her medicine at your house?
No, we pass it back and forth.
So it's at his house right now.
Yeah. And he doesn't get back till tomorrow evening. So that means
Well, go to his house and get it.
Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. I did 3. That's not good.
Yeah, you need to go get it from his house.
I don't know his door code.
Well, call his ass.
He's in the middle of the ocean, deep sea fishing. I can't get a hold of him. That pisses me off, dude.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Let me just look in her backpack before I fucking snap on
It's
her.
okay. So let's wrap up and you can
Backpack's
go.
right
You,
here.
you got things to do. It's
I'm
cool.
sorry, everyone. This is a lot. It's a weird time in my life.
That's a good name for a podcast.
It's a weird time in my life.
Yes.
Don't steal it because I might be doing my own podcast and I need a name.
That for you, I meant.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
IAWTIML. That's a lot. I was going to try to abbreviate it, but I can't remember it.
No, I think it's good the way it is. And you say that a lot. I feel like that would be good for your own podcast.
I say that a lot.
You
Damn
do.
it. So it's always a weird time in my life.
But that's why it works. But all right. So
I'm sorry, everyone. Listen, I knew.
It's a potpourri episode. It's all good. And you guys can join us next week for another episode of Take It
Or Leave It. And advice ish. I don't know why we call it that, dude. We don't give any advice. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
We're like, please help us.
We're like the anti-heroes of advice.
What?
Like the anti-hero, not the hero.
Are you just quoting Taylor Swift to quote her because you, like, I don't understand.
I just meant the antithesis of advice.
Antithesis of advice makes more sense than anti-hero. Because who's the hero of advice? Neil Tyson deGrasse.
I don't know who that is.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, the star guy.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do.
I do?
He's a scientist about stars, a star scientist. You know the guy, dude. And he talks about the galaxies all over the place. And if you put somebody on, or whatever.
All
You
right.
know what?
You know what? It's me. Hi, I'm the problem.
I'm the problem. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm glad that you forced this episode to happen, Meredith. Because then we would have missed out on all of this. Amazing.
I missed you. I'm glad we got it on the books.
Yes.
We will have another one out for you next week. Don't know if it's going to be at its normal time, but we will.
I'm
figure
good
it
for
out.
the normal time.
Great. I'm good for the normal time. So
Astrophysicist.
Astrophysicist. Yes. We will see you next time on another episode of Take It
Or Leave It. An advice-ish podcast.
Yep.
An advice-ish podcast hosted by 2 struggling moms.
Who have no idea what they're doing. Because
At
we
all.
don't. And
Not
that's what
even
we've
a
got
little.
for you. So we'll see you again next week, guys. Have a great day.
Okay. Goodbye. I love you.
Red button.
Yes. I have to go beat my child. No, I'm just kidding. I have to go to